right. Good evening, my crafty friends. How are you? All right. So where do I start? I'll start with my name. So I'm Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So today is Monday, July 27th, 2026, and I never, ever, ever go live at this time. I usually go live Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. So this is quite a change for me, and this was about 15 minutes ago. I decided I'd go live and put together a card for you. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but anyways, we're going to give it a shot. So I'm just going to see if I can get this to show up on my iPad, and then we can get started. So just bear with me a second here, or two. There we go. Okay. All right. So I don't know if anybody's going to come on and watch tonight or not, because like I said, I normally don't do, I keep thinking it's Tuesday, but it's actually Monday. So I'm really confused. Anyways, I have no announcements or anything that I can think of. So we're just going to dig in and get right to it tonight. Okay. I'm going to turn the camera down. So just hang on a second. As soon as I find that little button I can never find. Okay. All right. And, get this to stay here. There we go. We'll put a light on, see if I can get rid of some of the shadows. Okay. Did that work or not? Still lots of shadows? Oh, it's not bad. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So tonight I'm going to be playing with, the A Stitched Season Suite. This is from the July online exclusives. Okay. So in the suite, you get this paper that I will show you now. So this is all about like quilting. I know nothing about quilting, but if you're into quilting, this is great. And if you're not into quilting, you'll still love it like I do. Okay. So this is one side. And you can just cut out these little trees, these birds. This is like great paper. And then on the other side, there's just like, whatever that's called. I told you, I don't do well at night. After 5 o'clock, I'm pretty much done for the day. All right. And then on this sheet, you have a bunch of birds, cardinals, and then some candy canes on this side. And here you have like some quilted trees. And just a little pattern on the other side. More quilting here. This one, I don't know. I just don't think this is too Christmassy. I really like this, but I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me for Christmas. But anyways. And then this great big sheet of quilting. And then you've got some snowflakes on the other side. And another page of quilting. And some holly on the other side. Okay, so you got 2 sheets of everything that I showed you for a total of 12 sheets. Okay. All right. If you're on, please say hi so I know that someone is actually watching. Okay. Oh, and I'll show you everything else you get too. So then you got this beautiful ribbon. Okay. It's lovely and soft. And that's the real red. And then we have, oh, just a minute, I don't know where it is. It's amazing how you can make such a mess in 5 minutes, right? Then you get the stamp set. May all your days be merry and bright. You have a to from, sending warm wishes this Christmas, a little cheers, and Merry Christmas to you and yours. And then some patterns as well. And then these are the dies. Okay, so there's quite a bit here. Yeah, and these are all, this little tree die here, this all stitched. I don't know, I think you can probably see all the stitching. Okay, all right, and there's some holly leaves and some berries here that are kind of buried here. There we go. And then you've got these cute little row of trees, and this cute little row. And then some squares that can cut into pieces. Okay, That's it. That's all I know about quilting. And I keep thinking there's one more thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes, the embellishments. Hang on, where are they? Here they are. These are so cute. Mini Christmas buttons. Aren't these adorable? And along the outer edge here, they sparkle. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. So they're red and white. And I will tell you that when you determine where you're going to put them, they're there. Okay? Because I put one in the wrong spot and I tried to lift it up and it took all the paper with it. So make sure, normally on an embellishment, you can kind of move it and put it back again. These, I would say no. Once you put them down, it's final. Okay. All right. So I have got a piece of thick basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to take my bone folder here and give it a nice crease. And I didn't fold it very well. It's a little lopsided. I'll see if I can fix it, but I doubt it. Okay, so this is what happens when you do things on the spur of the moment. I should know better. Actually, I think that's the way I cut it, so it's just going to stay the way it is. Okay, so what am I doing first? Let's start. I'm going to put that to one side, and let's start with the stocking. So I have taken this die here and cut out a stocking in just regular white. And then I've taken this one here, and as you can see, it's all stitched. And I've cut that in white as also. And then I took each piece, except the one that I don't like because it doesn't look Christmassy, the one with the little flowers on it. This one, I didn't use this one because as much as I like it, it doesn't look Christmassy to me. And then, so anyways, I took the other 5 sheets and I used this die and cut all these out. So now I will kind of show you. I think you can probably see. They're all pretty much cut. They're just not cut all the way through. Okay, but each piece is cut. So it really looks like it's stitched, which it is. Okay. All right, so done that. Move this out of the way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill this in with all these little pieces here. So I think I'm going to start with this. I need my scissors. Here they are. Okay. So all you do is just kind of cut the very tip here. Okay, so that, I think you can see that. And then we'll just cut the tip here. And see how it's just caught at the very edge there. And we'll just cut that. So once you make one of these, you've got all these pieces left, so you can make a whole bunch and just rearrange them all. So let me see, that goes there. So the stitching will be on the inside. When I tried to do one earlier, I tried to put the stitching on the outside and couldn't figure out why it didn't fit. And then I remembered, oh yeah, the stitching's on the inside. And then it fit, so that was good. Okay, yeah, I think we'll take this piece here. Snip that there. Snip that there. And, come on. Cut that down there. And cut that one there. Okay, and we'll put, oh, that one's going to go over there. All right, what else are we going to do? And we'll take this piece here. I'm going to use this piece, so we're just going to snip this. And down here. And up here. Over here. And up here. This is not really difficult to do. It looks difficult, but it's not. Okay. And that one is going to go down here. Okay. And then we're going to take this one and we'll put that one down there. I could have cut all this ahead of time, but I wanted to show you how you just kind of snip it. There we go. So that one's going to go here, like that. Yeah, you just put them wherever you want. I think we'll put the candy cane one there. So that will be this one. You know what? I just pull that apart there. And this one down here. Down here. And here, here, and here. And there. That one kind of fell apart everywhere. Stitching goes on the inside, stitching goes on the inside. And then we'll take one more of this one. And that would be this one here. So I'll just cut that down there. And actually, if you know what, I think if I was going to do this again, I'd just cut them all. And then they'd all be ready to mix and match. But like I said, I did want to show you. Okay, cut that one a little bit crooked. Okay, so that one will go there. We're just putting these down for now, and then I have to glue them all down. So that one will go there. And this one, I think we'll do this one here. Okay. So we're going to cut this. Maybe we're going to cut it. We'll see. There we go. I couldn't get the scissors lined up. And then we have to cut all of these little things here. So I'm just going around one way, and then I'll go back the other way and pick up the other side. And there. Oh, I can't seem to cut on the left side. I don't know why. I'm just not coordinated enough, I guess. So anyways, the reason, if you guys are wondering, the reason I'm going live tonight is because I leave tomorrow on a cruise to Alaska. So I won't be able to do, I didn't do a Facebook Live last week because I was at the fracture clinic for my foot, which, yeah, I think I posted that. It was all good news. No physio. I just need to exercise it. So that was all good, and I don't have to go back. So that was all good news. And anyway, so yeah, so I couldn't do it last week, and I couldn't do it this week because, like I said, we're leaving tomorrow on a cruise, and I didn't want to go a long time without, you know, saying hi and posting something. I had originally thought maybe I'll just do something and I will just tape it, and then I'll do it, I'll post it, upload it. And I thought, oh, you know what, me and technology don't get along very well, so I thought that's not going to work. So I decided against that, and then I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to go live, and if anybody's on, great. If not, so be it. So that is why I'm doing it live tonight. And also next week or the week after, so next week I'll be on the cruise, This week I'll be on the cruise. Hey, I am so confused. My life has been crazy lately. Okay, so this Thursday I'm on the cruise. Next Thursday I will be downtown at St. Michael's Hospital for a gastroscope where they put the scope down your throat. Yeah, can't wait for that. I just had one 6 months ago, but I'm going to assume that because it wasn't done at their hospital, they won't accept the findings. So now I have to have it done again. And normally that would be okay, but any type of anesthetic and I do not get along. So I get quite sick for quite a while afterwards. So anyways, hopefully it won't be too bad. And so I will not be going live the following Thursday either. And so I won't see you again for another couple weeks. So that's why I decided I'm going to go live tonight. All right. Okay, now I'm rambling as well. That looks kind of cute, eh? What do you think? Okay. Now we're going to take it all off and then start to glue it. Okay. All right, so this is also my new purchase. This is not Stampin' Up. This is my Sweet Petunia glue press. Okay, I was thinking about getting this for like 2 years, and I was going to treat myself last year for Christmas, and I didn't. And then, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I just went out and bought it the other day from my local scrapbook store, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So all I did was I took the empty bottle and I just filled it up with the green Tombow. I didn't use the glue that it came with, so I just filled this up with the green Tombow, and then when it's empty, I just fill it up again. So, okay, I think I'm actually going to put it on here. Actually, I think I'll just do all of these like this, and then they'll be done, right? There we go. Okay, so this one does not go there. This one goes here. So just move that around. Move it over a little bit. I got glue all over me. Okay. And this one is going down here. Now the first one I did kind of overlap some. So I'm also going to go by feel, like touch, so that I can tell that they're not overlapping. They're nice and smooth. Okay, and then this one is going to go up here. It's going to get rid of that little blob of glue there. I don't have anything handy. What do I have? Oh, here's a piece. Here's a piece of scrap. That will work. I just got too much of a glue here, right here, and too much right here. Okay. Okay. All right. What was I doing? This one. Nope. The stitch lines go in the middle. I'm going to remember that at some point, hopefully. Makes it a lot easier to understand. Okay. Then this one, stitch lines go in the middle. Put that one up there. Okay, it's not overlapping, so it's all good. Okay, and this one's going to go up here. Like that. And last but not least, well, almost last but not least, that one's going to go in the corner like that. Oh, very nice. I think it's very nice anyways. Okay, so now we're going to glue this one on. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, and here, and here, and here, 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 here. And put on there like that. Are you overlapping a little bit? Maybe just a touch. Okay, and then we're going to put the store on. So let's put a little bit of glue here, here, here. Actually, I didn't, you could cut out that middle part, but you know what, I didn't bother. It was just as easy not to do it. So. And I'll put that in there like that. And this one will go right in the middle here. Right there like that. I think it's a little crooked. There we go. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is, this is the one I cut out, and I'm just going to glue that. So that will give it a nice little white border here. So let's just do that. Just glue that on. Okay, I'm just going to turn it over, give it a nice rub to make sure it all adheres well. Okay, and I've already used, yeah, I tried to do some of this ahead of time. So I used this piece here to cut this out, and that's just going to go here. Okay, maybe I should have put a red piece on. No, I like the white. Okay. Dimensionals, that's what I'm looking for. My dimensionals, they're supposed to be right here. Do you see them? I don't see them. Here they are. Okay. Yeah, I'll put one in the middle. There we go. Okay, we'll peel the back off of that. I think I kind of scrunched this one. Okay, I'm just going to put that on. There we go. Oh, that's so cute, eh? I think it's cute. If you had little letters that you could print nicely or write nicely, you could put somebody's name on there, but I don't print nice or write nice, so we're just going to leave that. Okay, I've already cut two of the holly leaves in Old Olive. And the berries, these are the berries. When you cut the berries, you get 3 sets. So I had already cut the berries earlier, so I had 3 sets, but then I dropped one somewhere, and now I only have 2, and I used one, so I have 1 left. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it over in the corner here. I'm going to put a bit of glue there. And a bit of glue on this one. Like that. Oh, and then I want my tweezers, because these berries are so small I can't hold them. Okay, and then hopefully I can get a small enough dot. Hopefully. Just gonna wipe the tip off here. And little dot please. Yeah, little dot and little dot. Okay. And I'll put the berries on. I don't know which way the berries go. I don't think it really matters, does it? No, I don't like them like that. They look kind of like Mickey Mouse that way. I'll just hold that there. Move that over there like that. There. Okay. And then we're going to take a couple of these red buttons. And the reason I moved it was because I had the holes going on an angle. So I wanted the holes to go like straight, right? Oh, I tell you, these things are so sticky. That's a little bit crooked, but it's going to have to do. And one more. Put that one right there. Like that. Okay. Yeah, they're not perfectly straight, but that's okay. And I'm going to take my Winkle Stella and I'm going to put it on my berries. So they will kind of sparkle a little bit. Okay. I know I should probably move you down a little bit further so you can see what I'm doing, right? Okay, so can you see the sparkle there? A little bit? Okay. All right, so we're done with the buttons. All right, so I've got this piece of white here. And, okay, I took a piece of old olive. And I use this seasonal cheer. I don't know if you've seen this. I think this was in the July online exclusives as well. Hold on a minute. I will get the other two to show you. So it's a set of 3. So this one's got the candy canes on it. Okay. This one has got leaves. Okay, for your fall projects. And this one has got bats and stars, I think. I don't know. Anyways, definitely bats. So that's for your Halloween projects. Okay, hopefully you can see that okay. Okay, so the 3 of them come as a set. All right. Okay, so I ran this through my stamp cut and emboss machine, or my cut and emboss machine. And because it's a small one, I still had this room left. So I thought, what am I going to do with this? And if I had to put it through again, then of course it would have flattened this part. And I didn't want that to happen. So I decided that I would just trim this piece off. So that's what I'm going to do. Put it up there or down here. I'm waiting for my iPad to catch up here. It lags a little bit behind. Okay, I'll move it up here. You can see this side better. Okay, and I'll just cut that off. And then I'll run this piece separately through with the embossing folder. And then I thought I'll join it all with a piece of this ribbon. I thought that would look okay, right? Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. So just bear with me a minute while I run that through. And don't run away, I'll be right back. Stay with me. Okay, ouch. All right, so now I have this as well. So let me move that out of the way and that out of the way for a minute. I'll bring this back in here. And doesn't really matter which way it goes. So I just took this and took some tear and tape and put a little piece up at the top to hold the ribbon in place. And I put a little piece at the bottom to hold the ribbon in place and help hold these 2 pieces together, obviously. Like that. And then I just stuck another piece down here to hold it all together. There we go. Okay. So now I need to cut this. That might be a little long, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to peel this off and this one off. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Well, we're just going to put that down there like that. And then that solves my issue of the fact that it's too short to emboss. That the embossing folder is too small. And let's pull that down and whoop, and flip it over. There we go. Hey, now you'd never know, would you? Now you'd never know that was two pieces. Okay. All right. Okay, so this piece was cut 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I just left 1/8 of an inch around. All right, so now I got to glue it on. You know what? I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit because I can't get in here to put my glue on. So I'm just gonna move this around. Put the glue on. There we go. All right. See, so just a tiny bit of a border. Like I said, I think I cut this white piece a little crooked because you can kind of see part of it, but that's okay. All right. And then I'm just going to take this piece and pop it up with some dimensionals. And anybody that watches me regularly knows that I love my dimensionals and love to use tons and tons. Well, maybe I'll just put that one there. And one more there. Okay. Now we just got to peel all the backings off. There we go. And let's see, I'm just going to put that there like that. All right. And then last but not least, I have a sentiment that says Merry Christmas to you and yours. And I thought I had a scrap piece of white, but I guess I don't. Oh, here. And I'm going to stamp this in the Peaceful Pine. So let's get that out of the way. Here's my Peaceful Pine. So this, I'm sure most of you have seen the magnetic case. So, and because it's got a more firm ink pad, I just kind of twist it on there and move it all around. Okay. And hold it down. There we go. Put this back together again. Okay, so now I'm looking for another. You know, I don't like that. You know what? That S kind of drip there. A little more than I wanted. So hang on, we're going to do this one again. Hopefully this will be better this time. Hopefully. That's better. Maybe not. Anyways, that's as good as it's going to get. So, okay. Now, all right. So I used, to cut this out, I used the Nested Essentials. Okay, and I used the second largest rectangle. I knew the word would come to me. You know, I still like this one better, so I'm going to use this. All right, so what I did was I cut this and I ran it through the machine to about here, and then I moved it up and did the, you know what, I'll see if I can bring in the little mini and see if I can do that for you. And you can see what I'm talking about. Let me clear some of the stuff out of the way. I don't very often use my mini, so hopefully I can even find my things. They're where I last left them. Who knew? Okay. All right, so we have one. And you know what? It's been so long since I've used it, I don't even remember. So die cutting, am I die cutting? Yes. Okay, so place cutting die down. So we need 1, 2, and all right. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm just going to glue that down with a piece of Post-it. Okay. I still feel like I'm missing a piece here, but okay. Feed that through. And we're just going to go to about there. And then I'm going to come back and hopefully it was right. Let's see. I'll take this off. Doesn't want to come off today. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. There we go. Okay, so see how it's not cut at the bottom yet? So now I'm just going to kind of feel my way here, because now I want it about here. So I'm just going to kind of feel my way a little bit till I think it's in the dots, because it's not moving. So sometimes this works for me, honestly, and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see how it works tonight. And, you know, I want to go the other way. So I just want to put this part in, the bottom part. There we go. All right. And we'll just put into there, back it out, and hopefully, hopefully it worked. Let's see. Did it work? Did it work? Let's see. It's a surprise. Look at that. Okay, I got a piece of, I have a piece of that pink stuff on here. Let me just get that off. There we go. Okay, move this out of the way. All right. So there's the difference. Okay, so I cut some off the top and the bottom. Okay. All right, we'll just pop that up as well. We're just going to pop it up on the one side because this is already popped up. Whoops, got that wrong way. And let's put one here. And we'll pull these off. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on this side. And there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to put it right here, like that. What do you think? Okay, so the other one I did it in red. So the only difference is this was done in red. Other than that, they're absolutely identical. Well, as identical as you can get, right? So which one do you like better, the red or the white? let me know in the comments. I'd like to know your opinion. Okay, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will, otherwise I'll see you whenever I see you. Yeah, so I'm going to be, I won't be live for a couple more weeks yet. So enjoy the rest of the summer. Enjoy a couple of weeks of the summer anyways. And I will post it when I get back and I'm available to do another Facebook Live. All right, guys, have a good night and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.